So welcome back to another FIFA 20 video. Today we are taking a look at title update number 13. So this one is a new one that came out yesterday and it is available on PC. I'm not sure if it's out on consoles yet, but it does fix a crucial career mode problem and it's got a few gameplay things and there's a few little tweaks and adjustments made to some other stuff as well. So we're going to take a look at all the new things that got added and fixed. I think there's two phases to take a look at as well. I don't think this is really a big update. It looks pretty small, but there is a few little things to talk about here and there. So according to YouTube, we have 77% of you guys watching the videos but not subscribed. So do yourselves a favor and make sure you subscribe today if you want to know all the latest FIFA 20 news and updates. Yesterday, Zaro put out the announcement for title update number 13 in FIFA 20. There's a little bit of pitch notes here, so I'm going to read it so you guys don't have to. So let's begin. It says, hey FIFA fans, the latest title update for FIFA 20 is now available on PC and includes the changes below. Now, usually with these updates for consoles, it comes out within a week. Sometimes it's within a day or two. Sometimes it's like a whole week after. So I don't really know what exact day it's coming out. But let's get into some of the gameplay changes. So in terms of gameplay, they've made the following changes. Players will no longer perform contextual grabbing animations while in a jockey state. Now, in regards to this, I have seen players that know more about this than I do say that this is a good thing because apparently the contextual grabbing wasn't very good. It would open up chances for the opposition to score or something like that. So a lot of people are happy that this is gone. Some say that it shouldn't even be in the game to begin with. But yeah, they've got rid of that now. They've also slightly increased precision of magnitude of analog stick inputs in online matches. This change is most noticeable when aiming a penalty kick during an online match. I don't know much about this one as well because I don't play much online, but the penalty kick stuff with the stick is so inconsistent sometimes. You need much more precision because sometimes you're holding it and then you move it slightly and then the circle just moves to a whole different spot. So if it makes it more precise, I guess that's a good thing. And they've also slightly reduced sprint sensitivity. In terms of gameplay, they've also addressed the following issues. Following a skill move and while still in possession of the ball, players would sometimes perform a tackle instead of a requested shot. So I guess if you came out of a skill move and you press circle, instead of actually shooting the ball, that guy would do a standing tackle, which obviously doesn't work because it's the same button to do both. So yeah, the game didn't realize that you're still in possession of the ball at times. And then they've also addressed rare instances of a ball boy taking a long time to return the ball for a throw-in. So out of all the things you can fix, they've fixed a ball boy deciding to take matters into his own hands and start delaying the game for you. So apparently that's going to be fixed now. I never really saw this myself, but apparently it did happen to a few people. So that's pretty much it for the gameplay fixes. If you're looking for anything in regards to maybe ultimate difficulty getting tweaked or anything else, if it wasn't mentioned here, then it's not in this update. So let's take a look at some of the foot stuff that they've done. There's a bit to talk about here because they've added in this new ping thing. So let's get into it. It says, made the following changes, added a numerical ping indicator measured in milliseconds to online match lobbies in modes that use data centers. So if you take a look at this example here, this is what they've provided. I'll show you mine in a second, but this is the Division Rivals one. So I presume it's going to be Division Rivals and also maybe Foot Champions. So look out for this. It's going to be an indicator on the right. As you can see, there's 4 or 5 bars there, and it tells you your milliseconds as well. So anything lower than 36 is going to be good. Anything that goes higher, the higher the number, the worse it gets. But it just gives you an indicator on how good or bad your latency is. And obviously that's going to help in determining whether you're affected by the bad servers, and it helps them know which areas are the worst. So yeah, I guess it's a good thing, but is it going to fix much? I don't know. So they've provided some information about these ping bars, and they say that they remain on the lobby screen and represent the following values. So you can compare your one to what they're saying here. So with 5 bars, it indicates 30 milliseconds or less. I guess 5 bars is going to be the best score to get. 4 bars indicates 31 to 76 milliseconds. 3 bars indicate 77 to 100 milliseconds. 2 bars indicate 101 to 150 milliseconds, and 1 bar indicates 150 milliseconds or more. If you reach 1 bar, you might as well just go play offline because there's no hope for you. So I went on my PC and I went on to Division Rivals. I didn't actually play, I just wanted to test out this ping thing, and it's actually there, and apparently I got 14 ms, which I'm guessing is good because it's 5 bars. So I'm guessing that if I was to play the game, I wouldn't be too impacted by, latency or something, but you never know with these kinds of servers. So yeah, let me know your score in the comments. Now alongside that, they also added in a new thing into Ultimate Team, and I'm not sure how useful this is going to be for anyone, but I'm guessing maybe some people will find this interesting. They added a traits tab to the player details pop-up, detailing all of the traits that the selected player item has. So what does that actually mean? Well, if you go to your Ultimate Team after the update, this is currently on PC, and you pick any of your players and you check their bio and their details, you will notice an extra tab now that got added. So you have your usual ones like player bio, player details, attributes and all that kind of stuff, but the extra one is the traits tab, and you can read the traits that the player has. So injury prone and speed dribbler is for Welbeck. This is not really my proper account. This is the PC account and I don't really use it that much. But if you flick through all the players, you can see that most of them have traits. And if you really want to look at it, you can. I don't know what the benefits are of knowing these traits, because most of them are like CPU only anyway. But I guess if you want to know who's injury prone, who's got a power free kick and stuff, it could be useful. I don't know, maybe it is. So this is what it looks like before. On the icons one, you got 4 tabs, but I presume there'll be a 5th one with the new one. And then on the normal players, you have 3. So yeah, the main difference is that traits tab where you can take a look at the players' traits. Now in terms of Ultimate Team, they've also addressed the following issue. Level 30 seasonal objective player item rewards were incorrectly displaying an out of contracts icon. This was a visual issue only. So what do they mean by that? Well, if you go to the level 30 in the season progress, you'll notice that the item there has like that out of contract flashing icon on top of it. And I always wondered what was wrong with it, because I thought, why would they give you rewards where you have to apply contracts to the players? But it turns out it was another bug in the game. But after the update, that should be gone. We're now on the PC with the new update, and as you can see, there's no more flashing indicator. And I'm flicking through all the different players. So yep, it was definitely a visual issue, but it will be fixed with this update. So next up, let's talk about some career mode fixes. There's only 2 today, but one of them is very, very important. So the first one is the elements of the Premier League presentation package remaining on the screen during gameplay. So basically it is the bug where, the Premier League package gets stuck on your screen. You can't do anything to get rid of it besides exiting the game. And this was very, very annoying. It impacted a lot of people. And the thing is, it took them 3 months. This has been in the game since December. And for the last 3 months, a lot of people have been putting up with this crap because it took them that long to fix it. Now the problem is there's also another freezing broadcast package now, I believe, and it's got to do with the La Liga, and that comes up on your screen. You can't do anything about it. So we fixed one after 3 months, and now this one is in the game now if you're doing La Liga career modes and that. So I feel sorry for everyone playing career mode at the moment. I'm going to make a video about all the broken stuff, probably coming out tomorrow, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Because right now FIFA 20 is still a bit of a broken mess, even in terms of career mode and ultimate difficulty and teams going invincible and all that. So I want to talk about all that, but it's good to see that they've finally fixed the Premier League broadcast package from getting stuck on your screen. The problem is, each time there's an update, new bugs emerge, so we'll see if there's anything else that happens now after this update. Now, in terms of career mode, they've also done this following fix. They've removed out-of-place text on CONMEBOL-related news stories. So this must be related to the Libertadores or the other competitions that they've just added. I tried to look for examples. I couldn't find anything on my career mode save, so maybe it's just a minor bug. But if you did notice anything weird about some of the news stories in regards to the CONMEBOL stuff, they've apparently fixed the text there. So that's pretty much it for career mode fixes. There's no tweaks to ultimate difficulty. There's no tweaks to any other bugs and glitches like the one where the guy appears on the pitch randomly. There's also no fixes to the lineup bugs. I tested it out myself on the PC and I didn't notice anything different. It still says undefined. There's still so many issues with career mode, but I'll talk about that in a video coming this week. Let's move on to some Volta. For the 5 people still playing Volta, they've made the following change. They've decided to remove running celebrations from Volta. I didn't know that was an issue, but apparently it is, so they've got rid of that. So in terms of new faces added into this update, there's 2 players I want to talk about today. If you go into the game code with the cheat engine, you can unlock these early, but for everyone else, you have to wait for a squad update to bring these faces out. Now, you might be disappointed because these faces aren't really new. They've just been removed from FIFA and then added back into the game now. So technically they are new to FIFA 20. And the first player today is Giuseppe Rossi from Real Salt Lake. He hasn't got a new face, I believe. The face looks too old to be new. It looks like it's from old gen graphics, if that makes sense. But yeah, he's got his face back in the game now. I had to unlock it with the cheat engine early though. And then we have another player here, Tosaint Ricketts from Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Now this face looks like it's from the Frostbite era, so I'm guessing it's more newer than the other Giuseppe Rossi face. But yeah, he's going to have a new face, or a real face now again, in the game. I think he's had a real face in previous FIFAs. So in terms of the visuals, EA reckons that they've updated multiple kits. Now I have seen some clips and stuff, and it looks like most of the updates do come from the CONMEBOL clubs. So it's basically for the DLC that got added last week. So I think most of the improvements or upgrades to the kits are from those CONMEBOL clubs. So make sure you guys check out this FIFA 20 video, hit the card in the middle, it'll take you right there, and I'll see you next time.